I almost forgot to press the button. It's all right. Happy Tuesday. You're very welcome aboard, friends. Today we do some explain. We're here in the Thranda Grand Caravan, the old Cessna 208, and we're going to do some flyage. Yes. Let's see how this goes. It's very slow loading the sim today. You know, it's a bit like myself. You're a little bit slow on a Tuesday, but all is well in the realm, and you're all very welcome in. We're going to be starting off here from Missoula, KMSO, and we're going to be utilising OnAir to give us maybe some free flights, maybe some cargo operations. We'll see how the morning goes. A little bit later on tonight, we're back in American Truck Sim. Although, you know, right, I think that got an update, so that could shag that plan, but we'll wait and see what happens as the day goes on, right? But yes, nice weather, kind of, sort of. Although there's to be savage rain a little bit later on here in Tipperary. So, you know, we'll stay indoors where it's safe and not have to worry about, you know, things like weather, do you know? So anyway, hope you're all keeping very well. And yeah, it's what I've seen so far with this aircraft. It's not new by any standard. It does work in X-Plane 12, but I like what Thranda are doing. I mean, all that options when it comes to the aircraft itself. You know, you can move around avionics, and there's a lot of click spots. There's a lot of depth to these aircraft, and I'm enjoying them. We flew, of course, the F-33 last week, and yes, we had loads of fun in the Fetus on Sunday, the 747, an absolute monstrosity of a machine. Really enjoyed it though. So I said I'll bring the old Caravan for an old blast. Haven't flown this in quite some time. In actual fact, I think the last time I flew a Caravan in X-Plane, it was Coronado's Caravan. So Dan Clow, of course, who was with Coronado, went out on his own. That's Thranda. We're going to see what this can actually do. You see? So we'll see what happens. You know, we're cargo pilots. Hold on to your hats, fellers, kind of stuff. And we'll see what happens. We know that FedEx use this aircraft, the Caravan, the Grand Caravan. They use it for feeder operations, and usually flying kind of like, what do they call it? There's a fancy name for it. End of line delivery, right? So it's long after the whole supply chain of, well, the entirety of a supply chain. These guys do the end of line deliveries. So yeah, looking forward to it, lads. Looking forward to it. Lenny Bobbins is here on this Tuesday morning. You're up before your breakfast. Good to see you. Spitfire RAF 100 is in the chat. Good morning to you, buddy. Vacuum is here. Captain Sickbag, how is she cutting? Good morning to the sunny southeast. Hope you're well, buddy. Vex is in the house. 98 Vulcan, good to see you. The Limbix is here. Good evening, my dude. MDA 009. Welcome aboard, man. Hope you're well. Toto 2495. He says, good morning, Murph and chat. Lurking while at home working on the motorcycle. Ooh, is it a Honda 50? PH Roy, good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Jack is here. Good day. Doing the work, lurk. Say nothing to no one. It'll be grand. Nothing to worry about. Filthy, top of the morning to you. APU Inspector is here. Happy Tuesday. Sir Camsalot. AJH, man. Hope you're well, buddy. Ashley is here. Welcome in, Ashley. Am I fed up with the buttons after the 742? Shit. Right. More on that probably next week. Commander Balosh, a very happy Tuesday. Norse Viking Gaming, good morning. Hampleton, welcome in. Going to be lurking while I write applications. Ooh, nice. Hayden UK, good to see you, my guy. Hope you're well. Sim Guy is here. Welcome aboard. Hope all is well, lads. Let me see now. Buttons. Let me see now. Jesus. Captain Sickbag. Asher, where would you be? You're on YouTube as well, Captain Sickbag. Brilliant. Who else come in the door there now? Anna Crusses, good morning. Tazzy is in the house. When are we getting a Firefly livery for the 742? Right? You wouldn't know your luck. Billy Bogdan is here. Morning, Billy. AV8, top of the morning to you. Zed Sim Pilot, welcome in. A good Caravan for us in X-Plane. Annie Hops in the Caribbean. Probably should have done the Caribbean now that I thought about it. We'll see how we go. We'll do a flight up this neck of the woods. We're kind of in the mid-northwest of America. And we'll see what the story here is now in a moment. Jared is here. Good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well. Eamon 1973, top of the day to you. Hope you're enjoying the Holliers. And Max Stallion is here. Good to see you. I almost bought the 742 on PayPal. Take 3, but I'm just out of budget. Actually, wait for it to go on sale. That drops to $50 quite regularly, so keep an eye on it. Chris Van Halen, good to see you, Chris. Hope you're well. Flight for Fun channel, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Merv, what is the meaning of this? Streaming when I need to work. JP, listen, you know, I mean, I'd like to say I'm working as well, but, well, I am, but really, you know what I mean? But good to see you. Muttley is here, welcome aboard. Abdul, good morning. Hope you're well, buddy. Yeah, like as I say, there's a lot of interesting operations that FedEx do with these aircraft, and we have been spoiled rotten when it comes to the Grand Caravan. Black Square making an absolutely incredible rendition with their steam gauge overhaul back over across a Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. It does kind of work in 24. We're actually going to be flying that on Friday, but it's an aircraft I really like. This airplane, I've flown in one a couple of times. I jumped out of one of these, right? The only time I jumped out of a plane was a Cessna Grand Caravan. Didn't bode well. I have a picture here somewhere. I do, look. And now. Jesus, there better not be dust on this. Hang on, I'll go to my drawer to take out the gadget that gets rid of dust. So here's a picture of, you know, this Muppet jumping out of a perfectly fine working airplane of a Cessna Grand Caravan. Moments, well, it wasn't moments before. It was what was it called? It was a static line jump, meaning that there was no tandemness. I was on my own. You're right. Get out to the plane, they say. So I leapt out, as was my content. Right? And, well, the jump is great. The fall, spectacular. The landing, not so great. I ended up in a terrible mess of the ground. It was 4,000 feet.
Can I get a refund?
No, there was no refunds that day, I can tell you. Texel in Holland. That's where I went jumping. But that there is a Grand Caravan in which I leapt from above and I hit the ground like a sack of spuds on a damp morning with, you know, drizzle. So that's what happened to me. In there now. So, yes, it's an aircraft I kind of hold close to my heart. They terrify me. But anyway, that's what we're flying in today, so I'm looking forward to it. I did a 3,000-foot static line jump. Soar. Yeah, they properly, right? 3,000 feet. So you have your, whatever, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Shoot deploys. Check the flap. Is it square? A square shoot, yeah. Test the toggles. I can't exactly speak from any form of, you know, I knew what I was doing. As I said, the jump and the fall was excellent. It was the last couple of feet that shagged the whole thing. Broke my legs. Wheelchair bound for 6 months, lads. I kid you not. Terrible mess. But anyway, all is well in the realm. So it was 4,000. There was supposed to be 10. Was it 10 jumps or 5 jumps? I think it was supposed to be 4 static lines and 1 halo. I think that was the course. And Murphy went out in round 1. Ah, no! It was like the Eurovision. We didn't qualify for the next one. And, yeah, even the chute deploying wasn't comfortable. Yeah, they can be sore, man. And the chafing is real, right? It's like, you know, all of a sudden you go from being, well, what you think is like, you know, macho man, neck of the woods. Yeah. Suddenly you're a member of the Bee Gees. Right, it can happen. But, be grand. Tony is here. Good to see you, man. Hope you're well. Sid Squadron is in the house. Hope you're well. We were both there lurking. Conti's out for a couple of pints. I'm mad for a couple of pints now. Do you know when you see he's out in the real world is drinking pints of beer? But yeah, loads of fun. Hope you're well, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, nuts, right? More than a couple of pints, right? Ashley says, now I'm scared to do it. Yeah, you don't need to do parachuting. Like, you know, that's all right. We had people that didn't make it round 1 due to several rounds the night before. We got so absolutely... we found a foam party the night before. And we went out in the lash. And the Dutch left us in the morning sun to sweat it out. So we got down to the airfield at, like, you know, 7:30. And they left us till about 12:30. And we're all just like sitting there going, oh, Jesus. And they're like, you're Irish, you can't go jumping today. We're like, not at all, we're grand. So we invented the fucking thing, come on. And next thing, you know, 1:30, right, suit up, you're going. Huh? And we did. And then that happened. But yeah, loads of fun, right? I love them pictures. Poor old Tony. He's never taken it out of context at all. Love it. But Yeah, it's a great aircraft. So we'll see what happens. Delta Who is here. Good to see you, man. You're very welcome aboard. But yeah, parachuting is good, El Crack. And of course, it's another role, if you like, that the Grand Caravan can do, especially the EX version, the newer versions. They do all the whole fancy kind of, air charter servicing, chauffeur driven, right? And cargo, of course. They're also involved in, medical jobs for evacuation and transportation and utility aircraft, of course. They're quite the machine. A single Pratt & Whitney single engine aircraft, and it has tremendous short takeoff and landing capability. That's what makes these things very, very good. And in later years, I suppose, the competition has caught up to this sort of size and frame. Most notably, Sukata or Dar with their Kodiak, very similar aircraft, slightly more condensed, right? And then we saw it a few weeks back with the Airvan, considerably smaller, but and slower. But the same sort of ilk, a high wing aircraft that you can fit a whole load of stuff into. So they're kind of, I suppose in essence, they're kind of like a modern day kind of DC-3, really, when it comes to cargo. I mean, you see a lot of these. You see other things like the ATR and so on, but this yoke particularly, Hayden says, is it true that the Irish invented gravity? We did. We absolutely did. Flight Sim Mods is here. 4 months, man. Top of the morning. Jeez, we've loads of lads tuning in from Australia and that neck of the woods and New Zealand. You're very welcome in. I'm terribly jealous of the time of day it is over. It wouldn't be frowned upon to go for pints at that time. If I did it here, sure, they'd be passing judgment. Right? But anyway, all is well. Everyone is here. Yes. Come in, close the door. Don't tell anyone else we're all in here having the crack. But anyway, we're here in X-Plane 12.3.0, and I think it's beta 2, if I remember correctly. And yeah, man, it's just going from strength to strength. And the day they managed to figure out, ground scenery, and maybe throw in a bit of multiplayer, but that's for gaming, not for flying. Wished. You want more people involved. Why is my phone going off? Oh, yeah, I set alarms yesterday. Hang on. And no, they're not get out of bed alarms. Could you imagine? I mean, you know what I mean? I work for myself now. Well, I don't really. I work for you. I'm a great employee. Jesus then. Very proactive. A lot of the time I'm left sitting there scratching my head wondering, But anyway. Yells at the door. Everyone come in. Wait. What's all this X-Plane jazz? There's so much going on in it, Shane. Like, they're doing some incredible stuff, and I've been having a lot of fun exploring it. For me, when it comes to flight simulation, it's my own personal preference is, of course, Microsoft Flight Sim, only because, well, out of the box, it looks how it looks, and we now have some incredible third-party developers there. Most notably, the updated Dukes, right? And of course, the Cows aircraft got an update as well. But I will say this: X-Plane is making savage progress, and again, they have a wonderful third-party community ecosystem. So it's pretty cool. Where is this now? Merv, if you find some time, maybe we can set up an online session for the dronage stuff. Yeah, I think it'd be fun, Roy. Yeah. I was looking into it a little bit this morning, and then I was like, ugh, I need to set aside some time to properly set that up, That ding dong was near incredibly well timed, right? Brilliant. But anyway, we're going to jump in here now and see how we get on with this aircraft. And I'm looking forward to this one. So we'll press a button and press a button. Yes. And welcome over here. Stupid meeting, says Shunty. Now, for the highest of possible production value, you'll now hear a squeak from a microphone. Now, I've put it in the right place. So here we are on the ground at Missoula. And we're empty here at the moment, although we do have a little first aid bag in the back. And, well, our plan here is, lads, it's a little bit of inspection when it comes to this aircraft itself. It is a beautiful aircraft. The rendering here is absolutely spot on. The texture work is beautiful. It just looks the part. And there's something about how even, the aircraft sits. If you notice with... with the X-Plane aircraft, these aircraft do sit quite low to the ground, and they tend to lean back. Do you know what I mean? That mic sounded like my knees this morning. Oh, good man. Brilliant. Now, what else am I doing here? I'm currently in the city for the Air Force medicals, thirsting for a pint, but got denial and up. Oh, Jesus. Oh, dental got denial. Murph did a striptease, right? But yeah, you can see from it, it does look very pretty, doesn't it? And we can absolutely load this now with cargo. And we've all our tie downs installed. I'm also using the... I've changed from Reality XP's GTN 750 and we've gone with the TDS GTN XI. And the reason why we're doing that, friends, well, TDS GTN XI, which we know that they work over Microsoft Flight Sim as well with their 750 and 650 units. They also work in X-Plane, and because they've managed to kind of crack the code of getting AirAC data available through your Navigraph subscription, well, it means now you can use your GTN 750 with up-to-date AirAC data, meaning that, well, you can actually use the unit for proper flying, as opposed to the Reality GTN. I mean, otherwise you'd need a Garmin subscription. That costs silly money, especially if it's Jeppesen you want. So it's great to see that this is all now up and running. So we're pretty much just before the sun kind of makes a proper kind of appearance over those hills there in front of us. So this is a good chance to get into the aircraft, get it all the way configured, and we'll start planning up our morning route. So we're going to bring up OnAir. Hello, OnAir. And well, with OnAir, we'll go back to our company here. We'll go to the dashboard. And as this loads in, we're going to have a look at some freelancing jobs. And we'll go into the logistics center. Now, I'm unsure, is this going to give us cargo work? I think it's only going to give us passenger jobs when I click on the cargo and packs. So there's nothing really jumping out at me here. We don't want to be carrying packs today. This is purely down for cargo. So what we might end up doing is a free flight, and we'll kind of plan this one out ourselves. It has detected the aircraft. It knows the airport, and we have an option of adding things in here. Not only that, but I've managed to get all this connected over in the world of, say, intentions. So everything and everyone are talking and listening to each other at the same time, in unison, in tandem, together. But anyway, that's kind of the shab of it now. So we'll tee up a quick free flight here and choose the destination. So we're going to start off from KMSO, right? And let me see here now. Where's my notebook that I wrote stuff down? KTHM. Let's go there. Choose the destination, KTHM. Relatively short hop. And this will get us going for today. So we're going to be at Missoula, and we're going to go over to Thompson Falls. And that's going to be our first run for today. And we'll see what the story here is now. So we're going to go in and fly this. And let me see here now. We're empty out it says cargo and passengers, but like I think the aircraft, or I need to configure the aircraft correctly for this. Do you know what I mean? So let me see. Global Freight and Passenger Logistics Center. Let's just see what's available here. So let me see. We can filters preset. So we want the Grand Caravan. We don't want any passengers. I just want freight. So let's query the gadget and let's see what happens. Because if we put in the right queries, it should give us something. No, I can't find that in there. Now, let me see. Missoula. We're looking for packs or cargo. Passengers. Yeah, we're not getting any jobs there. So, direction, specific airport to or from. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. That is our aircraft, definitely. That's where we want to go. Now, we can go anywhere. And you know, if it can find us a job to anywhere. Let's see here now. KMSO KT. What did you say it was? HM. But yeah, it's not showing us that in kind of out of the market just yet. There are other jobs we can see. There's missions that take us out to the offshore stuff, which is from Aerosoft. You can actually get missions that will bring you out there. So there's nothing there that I can see. So we'll come back in here. We're just going to organize a free flight. Although here is a flight. What's this now? Level 3. Oh, that's down at CAGS though. We ain't going to do that. So back to our dashboard and let's go in and start up what we were doing. Murphy, the police helicopter is over my house right now. We might have to leave in a hurry. No worries. Hey, Crotty, good morning. Hope you're well. And you're very welcome in. So let's take on this flight and let's see what we can do here. So we're going to bring up our total payload here to about 80%. And what else? We're going to say, that's all grand. Destination, right? KTHM, Thompson Falls, validate this. And the UTC offset, let me see, we'll set it to like Well, what's the current time in the sim? 0727. Do we have a little chrono here? 060727. That's fairly bang on. So we'll do that and fly now. To enable tracking, ensure your aircraft is all done. So everything's loaded, all the jazz. We're going to hit start tracking, and this will start up our flight for today. But basically, we're going to make a little bit of income on this flight, and it's purely just getting ourselves used to operating these beautiful turboprop engines, right? So if we have a look now at the aircraft and we bring up the weight and balance, where's that little gadget gone for the menu? Uh-oh. Murphy, you've shagged it. Shouldn't I have like an option down here? Where'd it go? It's in here somewhere. There should be on the side of me screen. Huh. Right, that's going to be an issue if I can't find that. Developer plugins. Where's the... And why can't I configure the aircraft? Where's the button gone? Jesus, lads, I'm after breaking it. Dave Cleary is here. Legend Dave. Welcome in, Dave. Hope you're well. Let me see. Yeah, I need to kind of be able to do this. I need the little configuration gadget. Where did it go? I thought it was being smart trying to feckin' make the thing disappear. But I've absolutely shagged... Oh, there it is. I found it. Don't panic, lads. Jesus, that was... Look, right. No, it's like the screen resized or something. Oh, do you know what it is? It's lost the scaling. Yeah, brighten that fail. So I won't lose it. Do you see it there? Look. I'll disappear me. Look. Do you see where it was hiding?
Oh, Jesus.
Sure, how are you supposed to find that at all? But anyway... Let us jump in here. So, General, let me see. I'll hide this. You can... Oh, hang on. Can I move this? I think we can. You used to be able to pop this out. No. Okay, right. So, hang on. We'll hide me. Engine mode, realistic. Electric tug, leave it off. Window reflections on. Panel reflections. I left them off. I think they look a little bit kind of too mad, right? Startup off. GPU off. Cargo pod doors are open. Chocks are there. Brakes. So, we're going to remove the covers. And the covers are from your tie-downs, engine intake, pitot covers. Tie-downs come off there as well. And all our doors are currently open. Now, we'll go into our weight and balance. Now, it shows here that we are loaded, but I'd like to throw in a bit of stuff. Just for the sheer crack of it, just to make it look. You know what I mean? The gadget mightn't like this, lads, I'm just saying. But as I'm moving up all these little sliders, you'll actually start seeing 3D objects appear inside the aircraft, right? See the Puma bag just appeared there now? You get the idea, right? So as I'm doing all of this, you'll actually start seeing cargo appear inside the aircraft. Isn't that deadly? So if I, like, save this, right? OnAir mightn't be too happy about it, but we'll see what happens. Our panel is good. Miscellaneous. We have de-icer on board. Mud flaps or the big... We're just going with regular tyres, and all our stuff is where it should be. So we'll, let me see, chocks are gone, brakes are on. So come over here now and we're going to get the lower doors closed. Up the hill they go. And when it comes to our rear door, close the bottom one first. Drop down the top, that should lock in. Lovely job. We'll hop into the cockpit because we're going to ramble over here to our right hand side. And we want to get this guy closed. Watch your head, Granny. Don't let it catch him. And from this position here, we'll just reach over and close that door. Brilliant. Virtue Sim, good to see you, buddy. So, what we're looking at here, well, this is the panel. Jesus! Me heart, Alison Johnson, the absolute crazy person at, like, you know, 11:30 on a Tuesday. 10 gifted tier 1 subs. Look, Alison, thank you very, very much indeed. Lads, if you just... She made me jump. If you just got a tier 1 sub, and thanks to the lovely Alison Johnson, well, do be sure to say thank you. Incredible, incredible support. Ali, thank you so very much indeed. Scared the crap out of me. On my way to 1,000 giftages. Jesus! 910 of them, Ali. Mother to God. Thank you very, very much indeed. Where was I? Oh, yeah. I was here. Well, what was it doing? Oh, yeah. Right. So what we're looking at here, this panel configuration, that's what I've set, right? Now, the weather, we've actually gone on live weather. So to help us out here, we're going to go down to Navigraph and we're going to put in a straightforward flight. Now, I don't think we can plan VFR on this because, well, it's marginal, isn't it? It's marginal. So we're going to come down here and we're going to open the brief of sim. And we'll open up this and we'll go to sim brief. Now, let's see what happens here. So we're going to go to our dispatch system and we're going to create a flight plan. So we're going to start off here. We are that of FedEx and we're going to be 235 for the crack. We're going to be taking off from KMSO and we're heading over to KHTF and we're going to be in the Cessna 208 Grand Caravan. And let's see what happens here. Thinking about it. Going to take a walk in a bit to help move the blood sugars down. Ah, Ali, you poor devil. Wait, that doesn't look right at all. KTHF. KTHM, you muppet. Jesus, that. No, hang on, get with that. KTHM, Murphy. Yeah, we're going to do a cross-country, lad. Murph, the smooth, unknown destination. KTHM. Now, get in there. Murph, the smooth motion option in the NVIDIA app is a big upgrade in the smoothness. Yes, you need the app, but you can switch all the annoying things off so the app stays as light as possible. Yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, where we're at the moment, Roy, I'm relatively happy. Oh, look, we're taking the Diddly 5. Diddly. Right. Diddly do. I'll show you now with loss of scaling, because for me, it just seems to be doing the job, right? So let me see. We're going to be departing runway 30, arrival 26. So let's generate this flight. So the smooth motion, yeah, I don't know, lads. I'd be afraid of putting that friggin' NVIDIA in because it might work wonders in X-Plane. It does not like Microsoft Flight Sim. I'm telling you, it just doesn't, do you know? Right, we'll move this gadget over here. And let me see, come back into our page easy now. I had head tracking. I don't know why I turned it off. Hang on. I'm still thinking the L Track IR was a better kind of... It was more... what's the word I'm looking for? It worked better. Anyone? Hang on, are we work? Oh, jeez, we're live. We're live! It's doing the thing, look. Oh, reset. Now. Right. And left. Okay, it works anyway. This is a good sign. You can ignore the Microsoft in the app. You just leave it alone. I'm still afraid of it. Right, let's have a look here now. So back into Navigraph, we're going to import our flight from the SimBrief. And, well, let's see what's going to show us here now. So the weather conditions aren't great, but we'll go in and have a closer look. So the weather at the moment, right here in Missoula, winds are calm, good visibility, overcast at 7,500, 11 degrees Celsius, altimeter 3021. The TAF, it's going to be marginal VF4 in a couple of hours because it's changing rapidly with shallow fog. Ooh. So we'll have to keep an eye here. Now, where we're going, lads, Thompson Falls. Weather over there, no meter, no TAF, no ATIS. Fair enough. We'll probably get something a little bit closer if we need to. So at Missoula, what did we say we were looking for? The altimeter 3031. 3031. What's that in old money? 3026. There we are. That looks good to me. So runway 30 is what we need to blast off from. Let's go in and have a quick look. Runway 30 is going to be down past the GA and the easy hangars or the LZ hangars. That's where there's choppers. And it's runway 30. And we can tune into all different sorts of VORs and the devil knows what, right? Libra, and then we're coming on up here. Mullen Pass, 118 or 1178, and then it's Thompson Falls. All right. Elevation up there, 3,500, look. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So in terms of setting up our aircraft, we'll start at the very beginning. Turn on our fuel tanks. Come hither. Why don't you want to work? There we go. All right, fuel tanks are on. Oxygen, don't need it just yet. Standby flap motor, leave it alone. Oh, tonight, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Don't be pressing buttons now. Listen, it'll be grand. I gave my Toby away, just couldn't get it happy. Yeah, I tried Toby, switch back to me Track IR. Interesting stuff. Love me, Toby. It's been great. Gave my Track IR away. I was the same, Shane. I'm almost certain I gave away me Track IR. Unless it could be in a drawer here. Hang on. There's a good chance I gave that away. You know. Hang on. Did I know? Jesus, the amount of insignificant things I have. I'm going to catch my finger. I have a track by over in here, no? I kind of hope I didn't give it away. Because I'm half thinking about using it again. Do you know what I mean? Go into... Jesus, go into the drum. Yeah, I can't find it. It's here somewhere and I'm sure of it. But anyway, I digress. Just don't pull an old set of undies out of the drawer, right? Eye tracking works nicely in me Pimax Crystal Super. Ooh. Yeah, no, poor Toby, but like, track IR it's way more sensitive. Or sorry, it's way more accurate. I will try another one though. It got an email from a guy to say, hi, will you try it? I'm not distracted, you are. Right, a cursed pilot, welcome in. Right, anyway, let's continue with what we were trying to do here. Circuit breaker's not modelled, they're all in. Fuel shut-off valve is in. Parking brake is set to on, lovely. Flap handle is in the up position, so we're not afraid of breaking anything when we start things off. Disappear the yokage for the moment. We're going to start off with our nav lights and battery on. That gave a bit of a weird sound, but let's go with it. Quick check across the top. Fire detection. Lamp. Jesus, they're loud. Oil pressure, that's all looking good. Annunciator panel is looking okay. Manifold pressure, well, it's not manifold pressure, it's a friggin' turboprop. So prop, ITT, fuel on board, that's all looking good. Air conditioning and bleeds are currently set to off. Our six-pack is doing its six-pack thing. There's a picture of Dan Cow and people I don't know. That's very good. Also a little bit creepy, not gonna lie. Right, let's come across here. Trims look to be in the neutral position, as is that for our takeoff. And well, we can open the window here now. Looking behind us here now, behind the scene, we have some fragile boxes going to a pixelated address, and we have a couple of barrels for the good crack, and we also have a first aid kit and a few sports bags. If the refresh rate is over 144, you don't need to use G-Sync. Ooh. Yes. Malky, good to see you. We can also add more instruments to this Caravan. Oh god, like, do you know, when it comes to customizing this aircraft, again, have a look here behind me, Mallet. Look, if we go to the panel, and if we wanted to edit, everything that's lit up green here can be changed, moved, resized. I mean, you can go absolutely bananas on this if you'd like. Do you know what I mean? So I could go with like a G5 unit here. I might actually, will I? I'm not sure. I'm a sucker for the steam gauges, but we could absolutely go for a G5 equivalent. Or the, not Dynon, what's the Pro line, I think it is. So yes, you have tons and tons of options with the layout of this aircraft. Right, let me see. Inertial separator. Well, it's raining and it's pouring and the old man, so we'll pull that out there now for a minute. And we'll kind of, fuel is on. We'll hunker in here with what we're trying to do. Fuel boost, starter, avionics 1 and 2. Standby power goes on. Avionics 1 can go on while we're sitting here on the ground. There's a Garmin unit starting to warm up. Consumer license, continue. Brilliant crack. And this Garmin unit, the GTN, as I said, is from TDS, and well, it works terribly, terribly well. We'll probably get a TOS.
System test, okay.
TOS, system test, okay. Wait, I wonder, can we change that voice? Can we? I'm sure we can. Alerts. Arrival. I wonder, can we change that? Units audio. Wouldn't it be great if we can put your man on, you know? TOS, system test, okay. He was brilliant, wasn't he? But anyway, right, that's all looking good. Our flight plan, I don't think we can auto-import this one. Delete, parallel track VNav, auto-scroll, preview or catalog. Create a new catalog route, negative. Delete, store, or, right, we'll have to put this one in manually, friends. Manuel, sheep. Right, let's go in. Add a waypoint to this. So we're going via Diddley. Over to Diddley. And after Diddley, it's over to Libra. Diddly Libra, some sort of a new movie. And then it's over to KTHM, which is that of Thompson Falls. Might have to do it on the software. That's where you change the rotor to fixed. Wait, what? NDB approach in the soup. Ooh. Right, let's enter all of that. We do have a star here, so we'll go into HA. We're going to load SAR, look. Let me see. Where's me procedure? Go back one, you muppet. Load procedure into Missoula. Load a procedure. Our departure is going to be off of the Diddley 5 from runway 30. Here we go. That all worked out terribly well. Let's just zoom out, have a look. Yeah, that's how she looks. So we're going to load that departure. Then as we scroll down here, we'll have a look at Thompson, because it's going to be runway 26. Now, our approach, visual 26. Oh, jeez, it's visual. Right, load that. Yeah, that's grand. Right, let's see what happens. This could be brilliant, right? Right, so all of this, let's just have a look. Now, we need to get our menu up. Map, I'm a north up kind of guy. That's grand. Aviation zoom. Aviation airports. That's grand. Safe taxi. Yes. Let me see. Road detail. Give me the most road. City detail. Give me the most detail. State province. River lake detail. I want all the information there, please. Airspace. Smart airspace. Turn that one on. Traffic information. Yes. And weather. It's using the Sirius XM. I don't think any of this works, unfortunately, with the TDS. Merv, quick question. Last night's stream I was flying the H500 from Tags, but yours looked like a single prop job with floats. Any reason? It's just mad model matching. Mad model matching. No one's fault, Dave. It's the way the sim is doing it. You know what I mean? A Crotty needs to walk the dog in the rain this afternoon. Jesus. It looks very responsive. No, it is. It's quite good. Schutz, good morning. Hope you're well, buddy. All right, okay, so map setup. No, we already did that. User fields. So top right hand corner, I like using ETA to destination. Come down here now. ETA, estimated time to destination. Top right, we're going to put in wind information. And wind speed and direction. Go. Ground speed and distance. That'll do. So that all looks good to me. Unsuspend. CDI is set to GPS. Squawk, we'll put in something makey-uppy, 6461, turn it on and enter. We could put in a flight ID on that as well, actually. So we're going to be FedEx 235. Because with this unit, it'll actually transmit that as well. Yeah, very fancy what we can do there, isn't it? Right, so coming on down here, autopilot unit, flight director, bring it on. Altitude, we'll go ahead and set, and then, what's my altitude at the moment? We're sitting on 3,400. We'll go up to 6 for the moment. And right, lads, I think we're going to be good for a now start on this machine. Are we ready? So, fuel booster on. And let me see here now. External power no. Generator no. Starter yes. And once we get sufficient fuel into that turboprop, we bring it into low idle. So I think it's 12% you want. So let's see what happens here. Jesus. RPM. Now my understanding is you let these things spin as fast as they can spin, so fuel?
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Why isn't that moving forward? There we are. Right, what's the ITT? We have... Ooh, the noise. We've 2 cutoffs. We peaked at 890 something. Oh no, 790 something. That'll do. Did you hear the roars of this thing? We're up past 50%. That's shagged. How do we fix this? There we go. That's how we fix that. Let's just pretend we didn't break it. Right. Start her off. Two starts and one. Yeah, we didn't go well there, did we? Alright, give us all a moment to kind of think about life. Now, why aren't you liking life here? Reset that generator. That was external power. We don't want you. Why is the generator off? Standby electrical power and up. I'll turn you back on for us. What the deuce? Let me see. Generator shouldn't be off. There we go. Standby should be off. Maybe she stays on for a minute. Right, let's see what we can do here. Let's get some lights. Looking good. Cabin. What else do you want here? Beacon is already on. Lead air system coming up. Weather map. 6,000 put in. Squawk is squawking. Radar altitude. We can adjust this guy. Give us 200 feet for an audio alert. Let me see here now. Distance. That's grand. That's grand. Reset our heading indicator. And I think we're looking good. We're looking good. Paolo, welcome in. Billy VR, good to see you. Started the new job yesterday in Asheville. Nice, man. Great news. Great news. Yeah, I wonder, was that a Murphy issue now or a plane issue? And like we completely hot started it, but don't worry, friends. It turns out it's bound to a control. That's why it was acting the maggot, right? Pedo we'd probably want. Alright, controls. Pull forward, left, right, centered, further right, further left, and centered. Alright, let's bring Navigraph into the equation. So, let me see, we're going to taxi ahead, swing a right, and then follow down onto Alpha. So, we can actually go left, follow the taxiway, and then onto Alpha, and then hang a left again. Alright, that sounds like a plan. Taxi lights on. Off the brakes. Lead Ballooner, good morning. Sounds nice and calm. It's a little bit too loud. Audio. Master volume. Aircraft exterior. Interior is loud. I don't know. Co-pilot. Environment. User interface. There we go. Right, that'll do it. Well, this looks very pretty though, doesn't it? Isn't it a fine, fine looking machine, this? Beautiful. Jesus, I nearly crashed into the pallets, look. Tox, good morning, buddy. Hope you're well. Yeah, the weather here, it's, well, it's pea soup, isn't it? Alright, do we have headphones? We have headphones, because it's loud as Bijani macaroni then, isn't it? So let me see, that's a is that a taxiway? I think. Whoa, Betsy! Murphy, you're some idiot. How good is the friggin' beta in this? We're just testing the capabilities of the beta. Yes. It works pretty well, to be fair. Yep. That's how we... Oh, Jesus! I nearly tipped it over. Right. A successful beta test. Don't go on the grass. Right. Now that we've tested all of those systems, we're prepared now to go about our business. Right. Up the hill here now. I don't understand why we need our standby instruments on. I need to read up on that. Flaps! We can see the movement of flaps. Now we do have a weather radar. Does this gadget work? Mind you for a minute.
Oh, Jesus.
I doubt very much that these aircraft got updated, but sure, listen, you know what I mean? You wouldn't know your luck, lads. Right! Jeez, that looks very real, doesn't it? We're certainly getting some silly weather now, aren't we? Alright. We're looking decent. Nearly went off the shaggin' side again. Right. This is Alpha. Yes. Isn't it? Yes. See? I knew we were laughing. Even when we weren't, I knew we were laughing. Calm it all down. That's pretty. Donald Martin, good to see you, buddy. And like, we can customize the amount of kind of dirt and grime and stuff that goes on the aircraft as well. It's pretty cool. Right, I don't think our weather radar works. It is what it is. The weather depiction now is... Yeah, it's very good. Very, very good. Alrighty then. As we approach the main runway. Altitude reporting. Light them up. And let's see what happens. Now the good thing is, in this Caravan, as I say, we have some great capability with short takeoff and landing. You know what I mean? All right, onto the runway we go. Right turn. Runway 30. Easy now. And we'll sit tight here just to make sure we're ready to rock and all our things are programmed in. Because we're taking off, we're immediately going to enter the soup. Immediately. So let's just sit tight here for the minute. Cruising altitude on this one, we're going to be going up to 8,000 feet, if I can speak. The autopilot unit, we're going to put you onto nav mode armed. We're going to arm altitude and we're going to give this V speed of about 1200, alright? And before we do anything else, let's just double check all our stuff here is doing what it needs to do. It looks like it. Alright, so we are walking, talking, and we're going to go squawking and we're looking good. Right, friends, are we ready? Off the brakes. Power coming in. Prop is holding. ITT, watch that. Alright, takeoff power is set. Airspeed alive. We're a little bit high up on the ITT, but that's quite okay. All right, coming up to 60 knots. We can rotate this at about 76, 77, depending on our weight. There's 70. Upsy daisy. And we're airborne.
Airborne time logged.
Okay, watch the wind. Watch the speed. We're looking good. That wind is doing a number on us. Flaps in. Yaw dampener engaged. Bit of trim. Alright, let's go.
Don't sink.
Alright, let's go autopilot. Right, watch the climb here. We wanted 1,000, so... let's bring this back to 1,000. There we go. Alright, holding. Power's looking good. Let's have a quick look at what we're doing. Prop is okay. ITT is a little bit on the hot side. We're going to close off that inertial separator. That should increase our torque. But it should lower our ITT just a smidgen. Easy now. Watching our speed. 85. It's heavy, that's why. So we're climbing here at around 85. That'll start accelerating now as we continue on this SID. And we seem to be getting clear of it. Looking decent. Looking decent. Flyby mode. I dare say it's under pressure at this climb. It's a steep climb. But it looks good, doesn't it? Red means it'll be grand, right? Yeah, it does. Totally fine. Look how steep we are. And that's only 1,000 feet. Looking good. And we're continuing. Alright, let's have a quick look. So we're doing just over 90 knots. We can probably drop the nose down ever so slightly now. Because that angle of attack is like, you know what I'm saying? Let's call it 700. Drop her down. That'll get the speed up. And we just keep an eye on what we're doing over here. Easy now. So our takeoff is in between the two red bars. That'll do it. That'll do it. We're right in the limit with our ITT. RPM is looking okay. Oil temperature is quite hot. But sure, listen, it'll be fine. Right, 6,000 feet, 2,000 to go. Rico lights to stay on. Actually, I better leave my lights on. Although... battery's still recharging, so we're looking good here. Suction is okay. Props anti-ice we're not using. Let me see. Stall heater, better stick it on just in case. And bring that temperature down ever so slightly. It's a funny kind of a click spot. Bleed air still on, that's grand. Unfortunately not getting anything on the weather radar, but I don't think this is fully configured. Yeah, I don't think that does that. Oh well. Into the clouds we go. Crafty Tigers, welcome in. Does anyone know is it possible to copy only one yoke profile to another plane and profile without SPAD? Yeah, you should be able to do it. Hey, it's Lazy, good to see you. I downloaded everything to my PC last night that I could... sim runs amazing. Oh, nice! Nice. Okay, Diddley is our first waypoint. We can see that here. And, yeah, we're looking good here, lads. I think I have terrain on this, I do. So we might get a bit of a challenge here as we continue to climb. We're saying 8,000 feet. We have 1,000 to go. Keep it on the local barrow. We're in this weird kind of a setup with the clouds here. Very weird looking, isn't it? So there's mountains and then there's this weird cloud formation. Two of them. And the new Auto for XP. I can't remember who sent me an email on it, but I'm using this new fork, meaning that we can get sharper ground textures with Auto for XP. It's doing a good job. Doing a very good job. Hey, Apache is here. Good to see you. But yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like with the with lossless scaling, man. I mean, I'm happy with how smooth things are. I'll eventually bite the bullet, though. You know, eventually at some stage. That's OnAir making all those little beeps and bops all the way around us. It's tracking each stage of our flight, making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. But at the moment, we seem to be going quite good. We're on our SID. We're just about to level off here at 8,000. That should keep us out of any kind of immediate trouble. And yeah, the weather's horrible. Brilliant. So they were giving overcast conditions at around 7,500. I wonder what the top layer of the ceiling is. Do you know? But at 8,000 feet, so far we're okay. Going to be a left turn now in about 3 seconds. And you'll see us definitely start banking. So we'll do one of these. It looks deadly, doesn't it? It's a great looking machine. Right. So in terms of what we're using for our nav, we're primarily on our GPS. Now there is other nav aids we can use along the road here just to give us some readings on our instruments. There is an ADF. Now can we find an old ADF on this? Alton, Libra. We're looking for an owl ADF gadget. Let's see what we can see. There's an airway there. We have a VOR station up at Mullen Pass. I mean, we can absolutely tune into that one. But I like using ADF as well. Not really nearby that I can see. At least from our Navigraph side of the fence. Now what we can do, we'll go into this guy here, right? And we can go to nearest. And let me see, an NDB. VORs, Missoula, Mullen Pass. 1178, go ahead and activate that. Helena is there as well. That's a TACAN, isn't it? NDB, ARTCC area. Yeah, that's okay. Flight information service at Boise. Weather frequencies, Missoula. They're all the ATIS. Intersection VOR, visual reference point. Interesting. Alright, so we've tuned into that VOR station. We're getting a reading over here. So that's the VOR. And we can see based on our position where that is. Interesting. Nice. Alright. Right, keep an eye on things. We're heavily in the clouds here. It's going to be a right-hand turn coming up in a little while. Did I leave my window open? Mother of Jesus. Close your window, will you? What class of it? No wonder it was loud. It's alright, lads. The slick one, good to see you. Can you paste a link to that new Ortho fork with sharper ground textures? I can. Let's have a look. There you go. It basically replaces the one you already have. It gives it a new UI. Makes it look like this. And you have a whole load of additional options in here. Look, additional settings. You can set your minimum zoom level and your maximum zoom level, and you can change it for airports as well. Scenery cache and all that is there. All the maps you get, there's tons of them. Apple, Google. It's quite good. Quite good. So let's have a look here now. So Bullen Pass, that's where it's showing us on the VOR. That's interesting. That is working. Do we have DME with this? Yeah, we do. So, it's about 50 miles up the road on a heading of... No, that's not a heading. What's that? Is that speed, is it? That's ground speed. That's actually pretty interesting. So what we can see here... I better put that onto auto. We can see here, so distance 47.9, and that's based on that VOR station. Now we've already made a bit of a turn, meaning that the VOR station that is trying to find is this over here, hence it's giving us a slightly left turn over the side, right? Dylan, good to see you. I made the switch over to X-Plane there a few weeks ago, never going back, it just runs better. Well, never say never going back. As I said, lads, where Microsoft is at and what they're doing, it's incredible. But if you are, like, for me, anything to do with flight simulation is going to be great. And I think if you can, having both sims is great. That's just, you know, my 2 cents on the whole thing. Like, there's no doubt you gotta really tinker with X-Plane to get it up there. Like, you have to really tinker with it. But when you do, it's good. Like, we're getting bashed around the shop, look. We're in turbulent clouds and things and stuff. I mean, you can see it. Elevation, the yoke is going up and down. It's like, it's under a bit of pressure here. Could be worse. It'd be raining. It is raining, actually. Yeah, it's raining as well. Like, I'm looking forward to Friday's flight. We're going to be flying in the Black Square steam gauge overhaul of the Grand Caravan. It's a nice way to compare both, do you know? And like, this is a game changer in X-Plane. The TDS Sim GTN XI, this is a game changer. It's very, very good. You know, I would like to see weather radar implementation, if they can kind of build that in, which I imagine they probably will. Rick up flight, good to see you, Rick. But yeah, like, there's a lot of exciting things on the way. Yeah, 100% Roy. If you have the budget and the space, it's incredible to have both. Like, there's not much we can now look out. Weather along the way isn't great. We can open up the X-Plane map, bring in the clouds. And based on where we're going, there's no real breaks here, is there? We might be lucky up here, but like, it's not looking great. And we can open up our, you know, NXT radar or NextRad. There we go. It's a downpour down here to our left hand side. But we're alright. For the moment, we're alright. I don't see us breaking out of these clouds. Competition between sim innovations, which are good for all simmers. But like, it's great to see the competition between both platforms. You know what I mean? Like, it's for us as flight simmers, we win. We absolutely win. And like X-Plane, it's a very different platform. It's doing different things. Microsoft Flight Sim is a very different platform. It's doing very different things. And it's good to see what goes on. Like, you know, looking at Microsoft Flight Sim and all the things they've done so very well, you know, X-Plane have to look at that and go, right, we've room to improve. And vice versa. The things that Laminar are doing excellently, Microsoft is saying, hey, that's we need to do this. That I love. You know, our little AOA indicator, you can add that in with the panel. What everyone misses is the market of both sims does not fully overlap. Yeah, I think there's a way to keep them separate. You know? But hopefully everything's as smooth as butter on the old screen, lads. Again, that's using lossless scaling. Until I did that, and now I have, like, you know, 1% frames, but now we're okay again. Yeah, but they both want to achieve the same result, to be the most comprehensive and realistic. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're both out to do that, you know? But that's not a bad thing. That's interesting now. So I imagine with the new this auto ortho plugin, in which I am getting much sharper ground textures, it's having an impact, you know. X-Plane will never have the resources to keep up with Microsoft and Asobo though. It'll forever fly in its shadow. You're right on the resources, of course. Like, they're nowhere near the same size, but I don't think they're going to fly in anyone's shadow. I think Laminar are doing their own thing, and they're being smart about it as well. I mean, what we've seen from X-Plane 12, you know, they told us next-gen graphics. They were talking about all the looks, and let's be honest about it. Like, why try and push on the looks? You know what I mean? Focus on what you have and just make it better. So now we can see, as X-Plane 12 evolves, you know, the weather is absolutely insane. The lighting model is excellent. You know, it's the aircraft modeling from the third parties excellent. If they can just like make the ground look as good as the sky, and they're working on that. I mean, like, we're going to see a lot more. On to a good thing, you know. And it depends on the pilots as well. Depends on the aircraft. It depends on what experience you want from a flight simulator. 9 times out of 10, for me, Microsoft Flight Sim absolutely nails it. Nails it. However, this sort of stuff, where, like, you know, like, look how good it does the weather. We're kind of sticking our head above the clouds here, kind of. Like, it does it so very well. And there's some absolutely stunning aircraft over in X-Plane. Malky, yeah, they could. Look at that. Like, they did, you know, their studio got shut down, so, like, I mean, what do you do? I mean, a lot of the folks who were working on it moved off into other kind of projects and stuff, but they were still working on Flight Sim and P3D. Like, I think that the funniest thing, I remember at Expo, I caught up with Cat Strader, and, like, I don't know how many people noticed this, but, you know, Ty rocked up with a friggin' Flight Sim World cap on. Right? FSW was on his head. Flight Sim World. Like, do you remember the mess of that when Dovetail tried to get the rights for it? Total mess. Yeah, Roy, that's going to be exciting, man. But also, I think next year in Microsoft Flight Sim could be incredible as well, considering the amount of third-party aircraft. Sceneries are just unbelievable. How everything's presented is unbelievable. And I think it's not what I think, it's what I know. Microsoft, they're committed to making that a stable sim, and once it's stable, that encourages your third parties to go absolutely nuts and start developing. Look at the clouds there, that looks very good. Do you know? I wish Microsoft Flight Sim put more resources on VATSIM compatibility. Well, I know they're working with VATSIM, especially when it comes to, like, the model matching and all this kind of stuff. You know, I mean, VATSIM, again, it's a tremendous experience you can have in your flight simulator, because it adds an entire layer of immersion and, you know, trying to stay on top of things. The amount of learning material is absolutely, like, there's no end to learning when it comes to air traffic control. It's incredible, you know? I still have my copy of FS World. It was a total failure from the start. The brakes and the planes didn't even work. Oh, yeah. Model matching is the biggest drawback in Microsoft Flight Sim right now, says Doug. I agree, man. I think the WASM, multiplayer, and model matching, those 3 items are the worst. They've been making the stable sim for 5 years now. Hi, Cloud, good to see you. They haven't really. I mean, they were trying to hit targets and, you know, add features, and, you know, all that is bad for a sim. Make it stable. For X-Plane learned the hard way as well. When X-Plane 11 came out, for the first couple of updates, it derailed the sim. They added in all visual effects and, like, they shagged it. It wasn't until they kind of moved from OpenGL to Vulkan, or Metal if you're on Apple, then they really figured out, okay, here's the performance back, and now we can move forward with that. And I think we've seen that now with Microsoft Flight Sim, in particular when it comes to the new generation of frame gen. I mean, that's a huge help. Huge help. Some update 4 beta is already very promising with the second beta. For me, weather radar needs to be implemented. Yeah. Is the Black Square Caravan updated? Not yet, Virtue Sim. It does work in 2020, so I just horsed it across into 2024. Now this is going to be hilarious, because friends, we're landing on what? There's no instrument approaches into this place. Runway 26, so we're pretty much straight in. So one must be terribly, terribly careful here. So autopilot, how are you? It's Murph. Let's go heading mode. Altitude, we're going to drop you down to 5,000. We're going to arm you, V-speed you, and drop the nose down 1,000 feet a minute. Power coming back. Keep this guy zoomed in. We're going to enter a right turn now to get ourselves aligned with that runway. Call it 290 degrees. Lights on. And once we get down a little bit lower, we'll pull out the inertial separator, because it says it's asphalt, but like you just wouldn't know. Be interesting to see now how we get on with the weather. There is some VRPs up here ahead of us. I think it's power lines. We can follow that in, and let's see what happens. Donald says Microsoft keep lowering the ground texture quality. If they keep doing it, X-Plane won't have far to match it. I bet X-Plane cannot afford long-term instability or lack of backwards compatibility because of their professional training sim market. No, I think X-Plane are absolutely shagged when it comes to backwards compatibility. They don't really worry about that. They're like, well, this is the sim now. If you want your stuff to work, update it. Austin was a devil for that. He'd go out and fly in his Lancer, figure out something, and say, hey, I'm going to put that into my sim. Which is great. But not if you're a third-party developer. Jesus, then, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I want to try and get below the cloud level. We're kind of scooting over it now. Terrain is very low. I do have this guy set to 200. Let's bring it up to about, like, 500. I want to keep well, 1,000 would be better. So we can maintain 1,000 feet at all times. Alright, here's a bit of a view. Now I think we can go left up the valley here. So we don't want the airplane having all the crack. Let's autopilot off. And let's hand fly this ticket in. Power come back slightly. As we do so, we can open up that inertial separator. And let's ramble our way in. This looks pretty. Ultra speed. Alright. Like blurry textures and stuff, I haven't really come across much of blurry textures in Microsoft Flight Sim.
Terrain ahead.
We can see the terrain. Like, I'm not saying they're not there. I know people are getting them. I've seen the screenshots and whatnot, but like, I haven't experienced it much. Or at least anything that I can really kind of notice. You know what I mean?
Terrain ahead.
Alright. Let's turn off that yaw dampener here as well.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Let's inhibit you. Easy now. Speed is good. We have a nice bit of visibility here. Yeah, it's out for 3 decades. Yeah. Well, Microsoft Flight Sim is Microsoft's oldest product. That's out before, like, Office. That's mad, isn't it? Alright, watching our speed here. Inertial separator's out. Temps, pressures, everything doing what it should be doing. This is a visual approach into the runway. We just need to follow... I can see Pappy lights. We just need to follow this little valley around. This is very pretty here, isn't it? Yeah, is it? Yeah. Years and years and years. Alrighty, let's see what
500.
happens. There's 500. Alright. Yeah, it looks pretty, doesn't it? Alright, we're approaching our flap speed. Let's go for the first notch. Easing out, nose is going up. We'll counteract that with a little bit of trim. I'm not mad about that circle around the prop. It looks crap. You don't see it from the outside. So I have a feeling that's something they need to update. Doesn't look great, sure doesn't. Easy now. Alright, speed 110. We got a runway, we are visual. Just mind the high ground here to our left hand side. Second notch of flaps. Speed's coming down nicely. Easy now. There's a train. The Link trainer in the oldest simulator, as far as I know, invented in 1927. Ooh. Do you have a source for that? I've seen improvements on ground textures outside of dynamic settings, which is a butcher job on textures. Oh yeah, the dynamic scene, I'd never go dynamic. I'm using ground load at 200. Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never had issues with the ground textures. Ah, Ali, thank you very much indeed for the gifted sub over the stug. You're very kind, Ali. Right, what is your speed? Straighten up, Murph. Easy now. Easy. Alright, our first stop of today. It's a nice part of the world. Runway 26. Watch the flare. Power to idle. Oof. We felt every bit of that. Into beta. Keep it on the center line if you can. There we go. Alright, bit of manual braking. Yeah, I'm not sure that that prop texture is right, man. That circle there looks horrendous. It really does. It looks horrendous. Alright, flaps in. Easy does it. There's a nice little airfield. Oh, the T hangars, look. Easy now. Your parking has much to be desired, Murph. Right. The brakes. And let's go in and have a closer look here now. So taxi light off, nav beacon leave it on, pitot static, stall heater can come off, pressures are all looking good, inertial separator leave it open, avionics 2 coming off, standby power is on, starter motor is off, fuel booster is off, and we can bring this machine into low idle. Transponder standby. Weather radar off.
Engine off time logged.
Engine off. Prop down.
Flight is finished.
She'll feather out.
Being monitored by OnAir.
There's a pause. All right. Nav, beacon, cabin lights, standby instruments, avionics 1 off, generator reset, and battery off. All right. Let's go ahead and get her bag and baggage open. We're looking good. We're looking good. So, welcome to our first stop of today, Thompson Falls. This is default. Yeah, it's all default. Mad, isn't it? Sounds are great, yeah. Prop circle is awful. Yeah, I wonder, is there a fix for that? Hang on. Thranda C208 prop circle. Couple of issues. Yes. We're aware of it. Wonder, is there a fix? We did simulate a start lock pit. No, that's grand. Actually, some slight clarifications. The pitch, grand. Where is this now? Where is this? It should only be visible. So I haven't really tackled this in a while. Let's see. Spinning prop texture fix. When can we do that? Interesting. Right, let's have a look here now. So look how dark it is, look. Prop circles. Yeah, it's a prop. It's weird, isn't it? Right, go ahead and get our baggage open. Ka-chunk. And as I said, welcome to our first stop here. We can get the aircraft unloaded and we'll now pick up another flight. The SR-22 and X-Plane. Yeah, it is actually. Do you know, I have the SR-71 in this as well. You know, it does look pretty good. Yeah, it is. It is. It's pretty. It absolutely is pretty. Let me see. So we're still on live weather. Look at that. Look at the clouds coming in there. Isn't that fantastic looking, isn't it? That's very, very nice. That's the valley we came in. I wonder, can we get a replay here? We probably can. Hopefully this doesn't break. Oh, it doesn't. All right. It was a steep owl approach. Oh, my frame rate is terrible. Oh, it's okay. She's recovering. She's recovering. All right, so here's a threshold camera. Yeah, skip it on there now a little bit. There we go. The light textures are shagged as well. Dialogue, yeah, I'm not using that, the app, you know. Some of most sim games show props with cameras. We see them as human eyes. Yeah, 100%. Mr. 90, good to see you. Hope you're well. Woof. Oof! Touchdown! We made a count. Got a tower view here as well. Yeah, just the lights look a bit shagged, don't they? Nice. Do we have compressible tires? I actually think we do. I think we do. Slow motion. Yep. The tires compress. That looked absolutely deadly. Slow motion for the win, look. Look at it, man. Look at that scene. Touchdown! So there was a beta coming in. Looks very good. Looks very good. Right, toggle replay mode. Oh, it's just R. Ah, very good. Your claim about the size dimensions totally random. Wait, what? Right. That was just lovely. Wait, how do we open this door? Aha. Nice. Nice. There's a machine with all our doors open. And as I said, this is the area that we're in. Look at the Misty Valley. That's how it looks. Yeah, the old clouds now are a bit mad looking, aren't they? Look at that. We've got clouds all over the shop. Right. I wonder then, will we... well, we'll continue on, but the weather's just a little bit kind of murky, isn't it? No worries, Threshold, no worries. Where's this at? So the airport we're at is Thompson Falls, Kilo Tango Hotel Mike. It's actually in a beautiful part of the world. Now, we could go up for the next flight, It's up to KSZT. And I think we go ahead and do this with OnAir. So let's go into OnAir, because it did track our entire flight. And let's have a look here now. So we got a smooth landing. It was rough enough, 272. That's lively, but we're GA, so it's fine. Let's see, all times are correct. Okay, showed the flight record. So we only achieved 94%. It didn't like us for the entire flight. The beacon and strobe on while engine's on. So I never had... I turned on the beacon light after I started the engine. That was a misdemeanor. The landing it didn't like. Vertical speed we didn't get full points on, so we lost a score there. This feature with OnAir, I think it's critical if you're trying to hone in on how your flying actually, goes, because you can kind of see, like, straight away, you didn't follow your procedures, Murph, so you're forgetting something, right? But also then with the landing, it was rough. And why was the landing rough? Unfamiliarity with the field. The biggest thing was I didn't know the weather coming in here. We landed with a slight tailwind. And that's the problem. That is the problem. Ali, enjoy. We'll see you in a bit. See how it looks without loss of scaling, the prop. Same impact, same impact. So, it was at this moment he realized he forgot to turn on it. And see the way you can pinpoint exactly what this is. Your engine started, mate, and you didn't turn it on. You know what I mean? Now we didn't lose any points for like going to the wrong runway and testing the beta, right? That was great news. But you can see the entirety of our flight here. And then when we brought it into manual mode, just for the little last bit, pardon me, that's where we took over. We used the canyon. The advantages, of course, of having lower altitude, meaning that the clouds and all the mess stayed above us, and that allowed us to take a visual approach. Now, if we wanted to do the next leg, which I'm going to do, it's going to be up to here. We can probably remain visual all the way across, but we need to check this one out, right? So let me see here. I'm happy enough with that. Let's go back one. We're going to OK this. We did pick up a bit of rep. We got a few dollar monies and all was going well. So we're going to do a new flight. And let's see what we can do here. From the logistics center, it's going to be another free flight. Or we can do, let's see, can we get actual cargo on this one? Because they all seem to, now, to be fair, it's given us 57 jobs, which is great. It's given us a whole load of jobs. But we're going to do a free flight one. So if we bring up Navigraph again. So I reckon, lads, we're going to head up to Sandpoint airfield. That's a bit of a size here as well, and we do have an ADF here. Nice. So KSZT. So let me see here now. THM. We're going to depart from there. Do. Buttons. P.S. Mirandai, 28 months. Thank you very, very much indeed. How are you? Hope you're well. KTHM, right? And let me see. Choose any destination. When my destination now wants to be KSZT. KSZT. We're going to head up the road and do this one. Nicky Fizz is here for 5 months. Thank you very, very much indeed. Cheers, lads. Appreciate all the support. All right, this one, we're going to attempt this to be visual. And if we can't, we can always revert to an IF4 flight in a moment. So it's going to be a new flight. We're going to type it in here, direct, KTHM, and we're going to go up to KSZT. Let's enter this in and have a look. So it's 67 nautical miles. However, we're going to fly over the Government Mountain. That's a great name. We're going to fly via Government Mountain just to help us out along the way. And we know if things are getting worse, if weather minima becomes far less, but when we stop at 43 Mike Tango, we can ditch this VFR plan and go for IF4. Worst case scenario, right? Very worst case scenario, we turn back. But I think with the current weather here, we can see that there is, if we stay in the valley, I think we're going to clear most of this. It's off that direction and it's looking fairly decent, right? Anyway, Energizer, good to see you. This makes me want the new Black Square 208 yesterday, right? Now, I do have the 208 installed for Friday's flight, Energizer, and it is working okay in flights in 2024, the 2020 version. So yeah, looking forward to that. Right, so I'm going to fly this puppy now, and let's just double check we're doing the correct things. KSZT, go. And let me see here now. So aircraft, we'll load her up to 80% once again. And validate her flight and fuel. That'll all come in there now. UTC offset. Time will be set to, let's go 9:37. Would that be about right? Or is it 8:30? It's 8:38. We'll keep it on this time, right? So we're going to say fly now. Now Spokane is going to be our alternate if we need to. Can you choose any plane in OnAir? You can choose any aircraft you like and just fly this thing in freelance mode. Or you fly your own aircraft, your own fleet. You can bring in your own staff. That can be anything from co-pilots, pilots. It can be your ground crew. It can be your cabin crew. It runs the entire engine of OnAir for you. In actual fact, you can use OnAir and never fly. Right, you can simulate all of the things with your AI pilots and renting aircraft or buying aircraft. Then you can create your own FBO. You can, invest in that FBO, put in your own airport if you like, buy fuel, sell fuel, put in maintenance departments, charge other users when they land at your airport to use your facilities. It's a huge, huge career add-on. For Microsoft Flight Sim. It is incredible, lads. If you've ever interested in it, just ramble over, check out OnAir. I'm staggered by this. It works in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It works with X-Plane. It works with P3D, and it'll work even if you don't have a sim. It's an incredible bit of kit. I'm so into OnAir with what they do, and they're very, very good developers. They're on it, like they really are. You've been running since March and April. Malky has now 500 million in the bank. No way. That's awesome, man. Awesome. Like, if you have any questions about OnAir, ramble over to our Discord. OnAir have a fantastic Discord as well. And any questions you might have, it's definitely worth a look, lads. You can get a free trial straight away. There's a pay monthly option, pay yearly, or pay over 2 years. If you get the 2 years, okay, it's $72 up front. But it really only works out at about $3 a month if you've spaced that over your 2 years. It's the price of a cup of coffee a month, and you get so much out of this, so much. And the reason why they have to charge is because, well, it lives online. It's all online servers, and there's different worlds, and you can have different companies. You can create your own virtual airline if you wish, or just be a pilot for hire. You've all of these. Then you've industry, right? I mean, you can, at an airport, hey, I'm going to build a mine plant somewhere near this, and I need to now fly that stuff and out, and it's incredible. Dread Metas, good to see you, buddy. Right, so I'm happy enough with that. It's going to be tracking our flight, and we'll have a quick look at our aircraft, double check our weight and balance. All is looking well. We're just going to throw in let me see, we'll throw in here a bit of freight, and if we have a look now at the aircraft as we're loading in, well, you can see the boxes that we're horsing in. Let's see here now. The 350 could be a little bit on the heavy side. There we go. And what else do you want to do? Do you want to put stuff in the back? We'll put stuff in the back. There's more and more. So you can see, it's hard to see because it's dark, but you can see all the cargo going in there, right? It's deadly. It's absolutely deadly. And we can change that type of cargo. Like, we can put boxes on top of stuff, right? I don't want to tip my plane over. So there's a lot of weight gone in there now, right? We're over our gross weight. So we just we couldn't do that. That's on the limit of what we could do. It's boxes on top of boxes, right? And if you wanted to go in and have a closer look at it, well, that's too close, Murph. But you get the idea, right? I mean, look at that. Isn't it deadly, right? And then we need to, of course, secure it all down so we can save that configuration. That's now loaded in. And even change out the aircraft type. We can throw on some heavier tires if we want. Even throw some mud flaps on it as well. So if we put our mud flaps on, There's mud flaps after going onto the aircraft itself. So it's pretty cool what you can do. And we horse it onto the Tundra tires. You know what I mean? Really shows off what it can do. We're staying on kind of solid runways and that, so we don't need to worry too much. Also with the livery, if you did want to get a little bit creative, like it's not the cleanest machine in the world, but we can go into the livery and let me see the dirt and whatnot. We can increase that now. Let's call it 140. Hit apply. Give it a second to think about live. Or if you take it all off. You see that moving? It could be hard to see. If we spin around to where the sun is actually hitting the airplane. So do you see the absolute dirt on that plane, look? Yeah, you can see all the filth. Well, you can actually, it's purely dynamic. You can just use a slider and remove it. Not very, very good, isn't it? Nice to see more X-Plane 12 nowadays. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Heisenberg, good morning. Hope you're well, buddy. So we'll simulate a little bit more kind of dirt and grime on our plane. It's filthy. We love a dirty bird. So let's go with that. We've applied that now onto the airframe. And, well, that is the state of our working utility machine for today. Pretty cool, right? So what else do you want? Weight and balance is already set. We can go ahead now and pin the doors. Ish. Get our door open. So let me see, disappear that. We'll come back towards the rear of the aircraft. And let me see here now. We'll do one of these. This is going to be very slow. Back here now, where all the boxes are. That's like some sort of a click spot. Climb in over the boxes, Murphy. Come on yourself. And yeah, we want to get these doors closed. So I think we did the bottom one first. Unsure, can we grab it from there? Probably not. Let's see what we can do. Hermit something, a very good morning. Hope you're well, buddy. There's the handle. And watch your head, Granny. All right, door's closed. And we'll do the same here with our pilot door. All right, we're fully in. Alrighty, so we are now fully configured in terms of our weight and balance, our load. The weather is still horrendous, but that's quite okay. The aircraft is filthy, which we like to see, and we're going to start planning to get ourselves out of here. This is a VF4 flight. Let's see how long this lasts. And yeah, it's going to take us all the way from Thompson Falls up to Sandpoint, which is... What are we talking? 37 and 31, 68 nautical miles, about 70 for a bit of messing around as well. Do you know what I mean?
Good morning.
So let's see what we can do. So off we go again. We're going to start off with the master battery switch. And we'll go standby instruments. We will go avionics 1. Gyros are spinning up. Fuel shut-off valve is open. That's all grand. Get the bleed air off. That's all good. Fuel tank selector is good. Reading our fuel on board looks good. Continue all this. Continue all that. Let's get the aircraft started up and we take it from there. Fuel pump on.
TOS. System test okay.
There we go. And let's go for start. Easy now, Jemima.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
IGT rising, watch our NG. 799 degrees is our peak. Over 50%. Starter off. There's a click spot there that I'm missing. There we go. Avionics 2. Annunciator panel. Check fire detection. Close the window. Fire detection. And we're looking good. There's a train in the distance. Yeah, sounds good, aren't it? Sounds good. If you can see it, you can click it. Yeah. Interaction layers issues. Yeah. Do you remember your beacon this time? Oh, good. Oh, balls! Oh, yeah, my beacon is already on. Is it? No! Course of J's, no! Right. My strobes are on, though, so we could be lucky. Sometimes, if your aircraft isn't fitted with a beacon, your strobe becomes your beacon. Fact. So I think we're all right. Right, Murphy. Anything else you can break? So, direct. Lovely. Right, airport information. Thompson Falls. Weather, no. Right. We have 26 or we have runway 8. I'm going to go with runway 8 because the wind is behind us then, right? And then we'll see what happens. If we had ATC, they could tell us the stuff. You know what I mean? 0% gained. Okay, let's have a look here. Bleed air comes on. Gens are already on. Torpedo and stall can come on. Taxi light. We'll want to tune into a different VOR frequency, so let's go to our flight plan. Thompson Falls, we're going to go to 43 MT en route. Government Mountain. And then our final stop of the night is KSZT. KSZT. Sandpoint. Beautiful. Now, if memory serves me, wasn't there an ADF at Sandpoint? Uh, 264. Deedly deedly dee. 264. Up in there. We do want ADF in this guy. That'll be the green arrow. Also then, VOR. I'm sure we have some VOR stations we can track as well. Let's see here now. 264 is fine. VOR stations along the way. Nothing major. We can probably track... is it Coeur d'Alene? We can track this one. 1088 and get a bearing off that. Let me see. 1088. Yeah, she's playing around. So let's go a distance from and to. Hello. What else do you want to do here now, lads? I think we're looking good. We're looking good. The propeller in front of the plane is made to keep the pilot cooled. That's exactly what it is. It's just, I don't like that yellow thing though. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Right, as I said, put on a ring light here as well. This is going to be VF4, so let's see what happens here, shall we? This could be loads of fun. Message. This for you. Message. Is this unit even working? It is working. We just can't see anything on it. That's a pity. Anyway, not to worry. Can we brighten things up in here? Lovely. Alright, off the brakes. Launch your flaps. Now let's see what we can do here, sports fans. Man, that looks good. Doesn't that look good? It was Dredge, yeah, they were focusing on the weather radar. Tony Curtis, good to see him. Surprised you haven't tried the X-Plane map enhancement. I find Ortho for XP better, to be honest. This is hard to stay on the ground, we're heavy. Oh, Mancy. big heavy machine, right? Light him up. Transponder altitude mode. Alright, let's see what happens. Down we go, backtracking. Easy now. Yeah, there's a new one there, Tony. I don't know, will this work? Try that link there, Tony. Have a look at that. That's like an updated version of it. It's very, very good, man. Very, very good. Right, can we turn this without making a complete and utter mess of things? The sunshine starting to show. This is great news. We're not on the grass. You're on the grass. Man alive, this thing won't turn. Come on, Betsy. Get us turned. Get us turned. It's like there's no real differential braking, but there kind of is. Come on, you can do it. Jeez, the wind has changed again. Now it's a tailwind. Oh well. Should be grand. Alrighty, let's get ourselves set up here before we depart into the great wild. So altitude, we're going to keep this one low. 3.5 will probably do us. Arm that. Flight director coming on. And leave our heading alone. Right, flaps are set to 1. We're walking, talking and squawking. Let's go flying. Windows closed. Windows closed. Right. Power coming in. Takeoff power set. Speed alive. All the right rudder you got to use here as well. Awesome. Coming up on 60 knots. We want to be pushing about 80 for our rotation here. Oopsie daisy. Yup, you divil you. Alright. Positive rate of climb. Ease off the rudder. Give ourselves a bit of a wide berth here. We're coming up on 500 feet. Go ahead and bring that flap in.
Ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
You're alright, Jacinta. I'll spin this guy around to the right. There's 100 knots. Get a bit of altitude on this one. And start a turn. Easy does it. Easy does it. All right. Roll out. Stick on the old yaw dampener. Bit of trim. Easy. Easy. Alright, we're looking good. Alright, accelerate now like an absolute mad thing. Ease off some of that torque. Inertial separator, close it off. Alright. And we're on our way, lads. On our way. Okay, let me see. Let's go heading mode. And we'll roll a little bit. We're at 3.5. Let's hold altitude here. Altitude hold, please. No, you don't like that. Easy now. Let's just drop us down a little bit. Easy does it. Alrighty. Gently now. Speed is coming up like an absolute boss here. Let's keep it in this valley. He's off the power. He's back to prop. And we'll keep our roll here to the right. Let's see what it all looks. Hey, Viper Strike, good to see it. Beautiful. You're heading straight into a mountain. Hang a right. And now let's follow up this valley. The weather's starting to lift a bit. This is good news. 3,500. We're pretty low to the ground. We're very low to the ground. Speed is good though. So far so good. And let us continue on in. This is getting pretty. We might, there's a ceiling there ahead of us, but we're a little bit close to the ground. We might just climb an extra 500 here. Arm this. Let's V-speed me up. It was 500 feet a minute. Nice and easy. Cornwolf, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Gogpoo, welcome in. Dan1878 is here. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all having a great day. We're doing a bit of X-Plane this morning, and well, we're checking out Thranda's Grand Caravan. It is grand, isn't it? Yes, it is grand. It is very grand. We like it a lot. Don't forget, lads, if you like this sort of content, do be sure to hit the old thumbs up button. A great bunch of lads. Well, there's a train. The scenery's a bit shakety, a bit rickety, but we're grand. Heinrich, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. You can drive between Thompson Falls and Sandpoint in ATS. Oh, can you? Ooh, I'll have to check that one out. All right, speed looking good. Thrust, prop, ITT, and RPM all looking good. Temperatures and pressures within the greens. Fuel flow is running nicely. We're holding here at 4,000 feet. We're going okay. We're going okay. The weather, yeah, it is dropping ahead of us. We can see that. We're going to be snaking up to the left-hand side over this direction in a couple of moments. But for the moment, I think we're good. We have found a very unique little gap in the clouds. Man, look at that. Isn't that savage? Beautiful. Does it have the 12.3 weather radar? Unfortunately not. It is something that I've asked TDS about as well. They're interested in it, of course, but yeah. It's just, it ain't doing its thing just yet. Like, once they turn this thing on, I think it's going to be friggin' awesome. It's going to be awesome. But alas, not there yet. Yeah, the roads are usable, yeah. Thranda is not many people. Yes, of course. Hang on, we got a hot air balloon, look. We got a couple of hot air balloons. Look at that. Bit of traffic to consider. Wave to the people. Weather is starting to drop a bit. We'll continue on. We're about halfway between here and Government Mountain. That's where we can make a call on the VF4 side of the fence. We'll give these guys plenty of space. The winds are quite calm. We've only about 2 knots blown to our side here at the minute. And we want to follow this river, so we're going to come down slightly on the left-hand side. We can see, like the LOD, right? We can see these guys a country mile away. They're out enjoying the, well, the weather. It's starting to get kind of grey again. There's more balloons. Oh no, are they the same balloons? No. So we 2 balloons here and 2 more up there, look. Nice. That's just pretty. Seasons are working well, Dread. To an extent. To an extent. Like, you're not necessarily going to get the correct satellite imagery, but it's with the trees and all that. That's Orbex True Forests, I think it's called. Massive upgrade over the what's it called? What's it called? What's the other add-on that does all the ground stuff? Sim something? It's I'm enjoying it, man. It's good. Sim Heaven. That's the one. The anti-aliasing in X-Plane is so bad. Any fixes for this? The anti-aliasing? I think they've done a huge thing. That's looking way better than what it used to. Like jagged lines and all that. I think that's really good. You can still see them, don't get me wrong, but like, that's something that's plagued X-Plane, like, going a long way back, you know what I mean? Like a long, long time. That's a beautiful view behind us, look. AA is very well fixed with new beta update. Yeah. What am I using? I'm using what am I using for my graphics?
Hello there.
I'm using MSAA. Two times MSAA. We can horse it up to 4 times, but that'll have a huge impact on my sim. And considering I'm running everything else on full blast, you know what I mean? The Tiger, welcome in. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Where are we going now? Do we go left and then right? Jesus. Up to the right, Murphy. Up to the right. Oh no! Don't crash, X-Plane. We're alive. We're alive. Yeah, the moving ticks. Do you remember that? MSAA is very heavy but great quality. Yeah, that's what we're rocking. 2 times MSAA. This weather is really taking a drop. Let's see what happens. We're staying underneath this ceiling, but like we're just underneath it. See that cloud moving above us? Like we are just underneath that ceiling. Don't crash to explain. That's the second pause you've done. Is that because of the lights? It's weird, right? Because if you look at the prop here, we don't get that animation underneath it. We're only getting it above it. Why is that, I wonder? And we only get it from the internal view. Strange, isn't it? Yeah, no, we get it the whole way around. If they can fix that, that'd be great. That'd be great. Oh, the stutters and pauses we're getting. This is no good. With your GPU, you can probably pump MSAA up to 4 or even higher. Possibly. Try for science. That's ortho loading in, I'd say. That's what the issue is. Not bad. Ooh, this weather. It ain't looking great. Let's look at the map. What's further ahead up the road? Oh man, pea soup the whole way on. Right. I'm thinking then we better do a quick stop here, lads, because we're just about to become windswept and interesting. And this is a relatively small field as well. Alright. Ortho is zoom level 18. No, I think 17 I think is the highest we can get. Alright. Stick off the old dampener. We're going to have to do an unscheduled stop. Well, not necessarily. We could plan an IFR flight plan from here. Although then again, if we just stay low... Hang on, we'll just stay low. I'm willing to go on. We just keep it low. Is that fair enough? What are we at now? 3,400? Autopilot on. Whoa, plane, what are you doing? Easy now. Get us out of this mess. Alright, autopilot, you're having a moment with us. Vertical speed. 0. Arm. Altitude. Autopilot. Get the trim. There we go. Right, V speed. And get us down that hill. Right. I think there's a setting to download higher tiles around airports. Yeah, 100%. But what I can do with that new update for ortho, you go into your scene. Sorry, you go into your advanced settings. Minimum zoom level will be 14, maximum is 17, and maximum zoom near airports is going to be 18. Maximum wait time is half a second, and then everything else, haven't a clue. Haven't a clue. But it, Jesus now, but it does it. Can we hold altitude here? I think we can. We'll call it 3,500 as we ramble in, right? And let's see what this one does. We're not terribly far away, like we're only 10 minutes out, so there's fog and cloud and all that sort of jazz up the hill. Let's bring Navigraph back into the fray here. Let's look at our destination and information. Do we have weather? We have. Winds are calm. 5 miles broken. Or it does rain. Scattered at 8,000. Okay, so runway 2 or 20. I reckon 20, but go to the north and swing around to the bottom. So we'll use the lake, Trestle Creek, we'll keep Mount Egan, we'll keep up to the right hand side of the lake here and we'll swing in down to the left. That seems like a plan. Jaws, welcome in. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Alright. We also have our terrain radar working here, so winds are calm. It's only a knot. It's very calm. That's why we're getting fog. But then again, it is taking live weather, I think, from the actual time of the day, rather than trying to build it in the sim. Now, we can change that setting, but because it's like, what, 4 in the morning here, maybe 5 in the morning, would it be that early? 6 in the morning, definitely. That's why it's very calm, it's misty, it's foggy, it's all the jazz. There's a train. Murky weather here. Those hot air balloons, they're staying well south. No, Jace, I don't know what it is, man. It's an annoying thing. Like, I tried turning off my lights and they still stay on. It's a line on the prop. I've no idea. Have I tried historic weather? Yeah, it's good, Dread, it's good. Is Orbex Global Forest still worth a buy? Yeah. Straight answer, Roy. Yeah, that's what that is there. I'm not using the Sim Heaven ones now. That's all Orbex. They're very, very good, man. The coverage is insane, like. Ooh, we got another train. All the trains. Choo-choo. Choo-choo. Orbex always did good replacement stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they can crunch your FPS, but I still think worth it. Now, what is the actual barrow here, Murph? Airport, weather. 10:25. We're still okay. There's no real change in the pressure here, so we're alright. The aircraft's behaving. It's a much different view now based on the weather, isn't it? Like, it's very, very different. It's pretty, though. Roy, correct. They're 3D. Sometimes they put them straight onto a road, which is weird, but, you know. A power station down there. Oh, jeez. I'm regretting this weather. It is, Eamon. That line is a huge problem, man. Neil Doe, it's got to be on air, mate. It's absolutely incredible. Be a setting that you could remove the X-plane roads from satellite scenery, and it actually made the thing look incredibly better. I was wondering if Global Forest is using the trees you can see in the current version of X-plane. Yeah. I think so, Roy. Hang on. Let's pause and zoom in. We'll do one of these, look. Easy now. Easy. Jesus. Easy. Okay, we went too far. If that's the trees there, Roy. Now, granted, I have things paused, but you know what I mean? They're proper trees. Hang on. Do one of these. There we go. Now get up. I'll move in. They're proper trees, Roy. So they're using, I don't know what they're using for models, but they're very good. You know? Murph, you need to install SimHeaven XWorld package along with Ortho to get real life road network. Hang on, wait, what? Have you seen the arrow in the FedEx logo? No. Come on, plane, don't give up on us now. You need to install SimHeaven XWorld package. Well, I have that installed, Slick One. So where's the setting for it? Is it in Ortho? So scenery, yes. Don't clean up, no. Use multi-threading, yeah. Enable multi-threading, like. Pfft. SimHeaven compatibility mode. Oh, it's a separate thing? I'll look into that. Because the roads, they're like, you know, they just, they stand out like a sore thumb. So if you remove the road textures, you see there, like the roads, Jesus, we're getting loads of stutters. I gotta say, with this new version of Ortho, there's a lot of stutters. You see the roads there? They're great when you're up close to them, but like matched with Ortho scenery, it's like, ugh. The Slick One, it won't work in the chat there. If you drop it onto a Discord maybe or something. Do you know? XWorld and Ortho. Yeah. Yeah, I need to look into that. Very pretty though. Here's the rain, look. Oh, jeez. Right. We want to be keeping up here to the right-hand side. Now, I think we can be ballsy and drop some altitude here. Drop us 500 feet and we see what happens. We're going to keep to the right of this lake. This is Lake Pend O'Reilly. Lake Pend O'Reilly. Ooh. So far, so good. We were lucky we could keep it in VF4, but like it's marginal, isn't it? You don't get that with the X-Plane map enhancement, yeah. I'll need to look into it, Tony. Like I've never had issues with, you know, pauses or stutters before, so we'll have to wait and see. All the knowledge of the flight sim community, right? It's amazing. Vacuum, walking the dog. Have a good one, buddy. Ring a brolly. Post it on Discord. Thanks, Slick One. Yeah, Gogpoo, yeah. I agree. Like, it needs a bit of work to, like, okay. For certain elements of VF4, yes, but like, Microsoft, day in, day out is just better for VF4 flying. It just is. Do you know, like, how it loads in sceneries. X-Plane has a lot of good things for it. Their assets are quite good, especially at airports. Tony uses the paid version though. Yeah, I know that'll be faster connection, Tony. I'll look into it because it was either my biggest fear was I was listening to folks saying that that add-on was causing issues for them. You know, missing tiles and all this sort of jazz. I think it depends where you fly. The current Ortho and X-Plane scenery format in general is not high performance enough. Laminar is working on a new format.
Caution terrain.
We hope so.
Caution terrain.
We're alright. Bring our speed back here a little bit. So we're at 3,000 feet and we're just going to hug this lake here. Our airports are going to be up there on our left hand side now in a moment. So let's see what happens. Now I reckon we'll get away with another 200 feet. Easy does it. Winds are calm, which is a good thing. Alright, all our lights are on. Our speed is dropping nicely. We're a little bit far away for flaps. It's kind of half raining. It doesn't know what it's doing, so let's go with the inertial separator for now. We are close to that mountain.
500.
500. Alright, let's see what we can do. Ah, look at the angle of attack we have. See if they move with the roads, you get this sort of weirdness. There's 90 knots, a little bit slow. Small bit of pressure. Right, what does this runway look like? Okay, so straight up and then down. Runway 20 and everything we need is going to be on the lower right. We got some hangars, but we like the terminal area, control tower, that's going to be on the lower left. Alright. Follow the railway line all the way in. What's our speed now? 90. There's the railway. And a railway bridge, it looks like. Is it? Autopilot off. That's how you bring a plane into a stall, Murphy. Congratulations. Drop the flaps. That could have been hilarious. Right, let's calm it all down again. That could have been fun. It's power up. Alright. This is not good VF4 flying. Easy. Get that speed back up. Keep her level. The wind has changed. We now have 7 knots blowing on us. That's interesting. In we ramble. Watch the trim.
Caution terrain.
You can see it.
Caution terrain.
You're alright. Airport's going to start appearing over on our left side. Easy, easy. So we're following in the railway. And see where the lights are? You can actually see the train, but like, we're following that guy. Alright, let's see what we can do. Watch the alt. Trying to get a little bit of rain here. I think I see airport lights flashing in the distance. I do. Right over there. So it looks like this railway actually leads straight up to the runway. That's a nice visual reference point. Gotta give the boxes a good view on the way in. Hell yeah. Alright, we're directly over the railroad. Or at least we will be directly over the railroad. Follow that train in. Speed is good, 110. Altitude is nice and low. IF4, I follow rail. There's a train. Ping Wizard, good to see you. Welcome in, buddy. Okay, where are those lights gone? Okay, we want to swing over to the right here a little bit. This is a nice town. Can a beginner fly X-plane? Yeah. Any sim, man. I mean, we're all beginners. We were all beginners, so yeah, 100% you can. There's a bit of an entrance kind of learning curve into it, but you can 100% jump in. Okay, I had runway lights, now I don't, but I imagine we'll see them now in a moment. There's 2 railway lines. There's the main one we're going to follow now. And keep something. Hang on, is that it there? Jesus! Man Murphy! Easy. Second notch of flaps. All right. Easy does it. Easy does it. X-Roads is the plugin that makes the roads transparent as Black Knight. Oh, really? Nice. I'll check it out. Easy now. Got all the flaps in or out. Little high. Massive tree at the end of the runway. See, it's not just a Microsoft, lads. Get over the tree. Alrighty. Oh jeez, it's easy, Murph. Easy. Easy. Jesus, we felt that. That could have been ouch. That was ouch. We got down anyway, but like, ouch. Flaps in. I don't think they're going to like our landing here very much on the ground. Yeah, we planted it. Oops! You know, with an extra shot of oops. Did the plane break? No, no, no. It's well able for it. Not easy to manage the turbine lag. When you haven't flown turbines in a while. Although thrust should be friggin' instant though. But there is a lag. Alrighty. We'll come down this way. Hey Carlo, good to see you, buddy. Alright. That Lewis on the brakes. Alright, plane. Taxi light off. Strobes coming off. Alright.
Engine off time lock.
Power coming
The
out.
flight is finished. It has been monitored by OnAir.
Up, down. Off. And off, off. 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 All right. So, open them up. And there we have it. It was probably the weight as well, right? I mean, that's what I was trying to figure out. I think it was the weight. The lag is more noticeable on smaller turboprops since things happen quicker. Bigger turboprops and turbo fans, it isn't an issue. Yeah. Murph, is your prop pitch that shows the yellow outline? Is it? Let's see. Fuel. I don't think it is, but we'll have a look. No, I don't think so. Good question though, Gary, but no, definitely not. I think it's a bug, to be honest. X-Men scales pretty well. Yeah. I think it's a texture mask problem. Yeah, I think so. I think so. So many buttons to press. It's nice. It's nice. So let me see. Our replay isn't going to be fun here, friends, but you listen. We'll give it a bash. We'll give it a bash. Because this was like... This was a oh, Jesus. This was a catastrophic landing. Just not pretty at all. Like, look at the turning to final look. It was full on, wasn't it? Ian Fisher, good afternoon. This was like just bad planning. Bad flying. Bad Murphy. Everything was bad. It was terrible. There's a dot on my screen. I need to clean it. There, we cleaned it. Look at that stupid tree, look. Jesus. This is going to be a tough landing. This will be like ka-dunk. Look at the drop. Ah, Gurf. Oh, big up then, we felt that. That's an interesting camera location, Murphy. Look at the rate of drop. Like, I flared about 60 feet way too early. Look at the drop, look. Boom! Oh dear. Slow motion cam. I mean, this looks great, you know. Points redeemed. What are you trying to press? Yeah, that wasn't pretty. Get into the naughty corner. Yeah, what's not working with the redeems? What are you trying to redeem? Great machine. Do not redeem. Oh, the Jesus one, yeah, that doesn't work. Let's see. So, real world weather simulated time. Or we can go... We'll go VFR scattered. Oh, look at the lighting, man. Jeez. That's savage, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus.
The maintenance crew leaving the hangar. Yep. Desperate. Absolutely desperate. That is a very, very pretty sight though, isn't it? Ah, Gary Moore. No way, man. Robert Redford? He must have been a good age, was he? That does look very good, doesn't it? Absolutely freaking gorgeous. Yeah, baby. Yeah. There's buttons. The state of that. So our flight today, we started down the road, all the way down at Missoula, taking out some cargo for FedEx. Our plane is absolutely manky, look. It looks very pretty though. Great looking plane, isn't it? The L Cessna Grand Caravan. Beautiful looking machine. Beautiful. Hey, Rip Johnny's here. Good to see you, buddy. Happy Tuesday. Billy Bogdan, yes indeed. We're going to be checking them out tomorrow night on the news. What was my landing rate? You can put your guesses into the chat now, lads. What do you think the landing rate was? You know, there's other things I could be using, like XP Realistic. Other plugins. I've a bit of stuff running here in the background. Will ground handling work on this? I don't think so. We probably need to download a ground handling set for it. Do you know? They're supposed to come with the purchase according to Orbex. Which? Oh, the missions. Ooh. Make sure you explore those amazing interiors in Jurassic Park scenery. Ooh, nice. You have to discover them. Nice. Do you know Canuck Shaw had a look at the cameras SDK in X-Plane 12? If people start to buy X-Plane 12, a chase plane is not out of the question, says Dread Metis. Well, you do have X-Camera by Stick and Rudder Studios, which is very good, if you're into it. Two Dogs, greetings! Good to see you, buddy. Like the, whatchamacallit, X-Camera's quite good. Do you know? My plane is quite dirty now. Can we get it worser? Yes. Maximum 255 dirt and grime. Look at this. It's filthy. Ah, brilliant. Absolute mankfest. Clean your plane. You know. Dougal McTavish, the chairman, 55 months. Dougal, thank you very, very much indeed. Late to the party. It's good to see you, buddy. X-Camera is not UI friendly. Yeah, not at all. But it is powerful. Right, will we clean our plane? Make it all nice, like. There we go. Ah, yes, she's only beautiful now in the... Ah, look at that. We gave it a wash. Isn't it only gorgeous? It's only gorgeous. Close the doors. And we're looking now absolutely top drawer stuff, lads. Top drawer stuff. Isn't it a cool machine, isn't it? Your point is made. Wait, what? Yes. That's a cool machine. We can go messing with the weather here as well. Large cell thunderstorms. Why not? Paolo negative. So the GTN we're using is from TDS. It's the GTN XI, and it's incredible. One careful owner, right? This is going to be interesting weather. Yeah, no, we'll go to that in a second, Captain Sickbag. Let me have a moment where I'm not a muppet. I mean, that's a scene right there, isn't it? Change the time of day. Ooh. Change the lightning is giving it all sorts. A little bit too dark. Bring it up there a little bit. There we go. Jesus. The lightning effects, they're like, yeah. But the sounds are good. Oh yeah. That's pretty, isn't it? What else can we do? Large cell thunderstorm. Convective. Let's go with that. Writing it up there now. Writing it up. Yup, you divil you. Is that daytime or nighttime? No more daytime. Yes. Jeez, the lighting is savage, isn't it? Look at that. Friggin' real looking. That looks very good, doesn't it? That looks insanely good. You tell he's going to turn off. Yep, you devil. It just looks pretty, lads. It just does. It's a fine looking sim. It's getting there. Get the doors open again. There you go. And make the thing absolutely terribly dirty. It makes it look more real, doesn't it? The water is drying slowly. Yeah, it does that. Puddles and all that. Raindrops bounce into the puddles like. Look at that. Brilliant, isn't it? Right. My landing rate was minus 391 feet. Ooh, we felt every bit of that. Let's go into our scoring here. 84 out of 90. So I made the terrible mistake at the start. We stalled it. They didn't like that. We lost some points in our landing. Vertical speed was a shambles. But yeah, we didn't get the penalty because of our beacon light. It figured it out that we had our strobes on, so it was much of a muchness. So reputation change was good. Comfort bonus we got. Safety bonus we got. And also a little bit of an aircraft handling bonus. So that was some good missions here in OnAir. Great job, OnAir. And here it is, our little Cessna, which was loads of fun to fly. Great machine. So, right, lads, that's going to do it for today. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. We're back this evening with some American truck sim. And, oh, look, we can open up that as well. Would you get out of town? I didn't know you could do that. That's fantastic, look. And, yeah, it's a great plane from Thranda. Yeah, it's Thranda. Sounds great as well, doesn't it? Speedbird, no, I use ortho with SimHeaven. But I need to grab that road one as well. I'll see that over in Discord, so I'll grab it there. Definitely a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And caution terrain. Oh yeah, that was communications. But yeah, it's looking good, lads. It is. It looks pretty. Right now, can we open the far side? We can. Ew! Jesus, look at the detail of that engine, look. That's fantastic. That's real good. Oh, can we check the oil and everything? In a second. There's our battery. Not sure we can test any of the internals. Maybe you can. Engine oil is probably over the far side. Although, that's a huge freaking exhaust manifold, so I doubt it. Huh. The world on time. Get out of me, engine. There we are. Oh, Jesus, Murphy. There we are. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Sweet. Alright. Loads and loads of fun. Right, anyway, lads, that is the story. We'll be back later on for some trucking. And, well, I want to thank you all so very much indeed for tuning in today. And also the amount of support on today's stream. We've had subs left, right and centre. I very, very much appreciate it, lads. Thanks a million. And have an awesome Tuesday. Off for some lunch now. And, yeah, in about 6 hours time, we're back for a bit of driving in American Truck Sim, so looking forward to it. So guys, thank you all so very, very much indeed. Hope you enjoyed this stream, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Until then, you take care. Holy crap. Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. We're going in, that's it. There's no turning back at this stage. Jesus, mind the bears. Look at this big Jesus. Oh no, we're under dying. Quick, get out. Oh no, we're Jesus. Oh. Did you see what happened to Matty Lonesome? Oh, that was brilliant. Did you see him? Maddie, are you okay? Are you okay, Maddie? Oh, Jesus. Oh. Neil Mayo goes, what do you mean the two wands? They were professional pilots who were sharing their expertise and experience about what it's like to fly whilst wearing tight clothing. Two things I just can't do. No. Don't fire the milk at me. The cows will go nuts. They'll cry in the fields. What a waste! Cow juice. Look at this big eat. They're giving out to me here now. Thanks. Yeah, and also thanks. Yeah, Jesus. You didn't use the indicators. Electricity must be expensive in your truck, is it? Christ! Oh no, a terrible accident! Jesus! Did you jump? Did you jump?